Alright, Moon Haze, this is it. This is installment 1. I wanted to do it out here on the porch, but the lighting, fuck, man. Maybe if I'd have done that. I'm backlit, looks like a silhouette. Not that my face is important to see or anything, but come on. But it does look bad for the video. So, we'll come in. Here's my kitchen. Okay, so. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. This is installment 1 of us giving the ties from Mossad, Israel, whatever you want to, however you want to refer to it, to 9/11. Sorry, I gotta do this. I don't know if any of you work out. I started doing a workout a few years ago called Insanity. I'm sure you've seen the commercials for it. If you don't believe it works, okay? None of my clothes fit me now. Look at this. This is no shit. I know I can put a belt on. I just can't find my belt right now. I'm just sitting down anyway. So, there you go. Free show. Alright, so, a couple of things before I start. I had thought about starting at the USS Liberty, but then I decided a better start would be for me to start with the dancing Israelis, because that proves at least some foreknowledge by some people from Israel that pretty much looks like they're linked to Mossad. Okay, so dancing Israeli were spotted at 8:46, literally just minutes after it happens. There was an APB put out for a white moving van. On the side said Urban Moving Systems, and there were several of them throughout New York City that day. Okay. A 356 Scott DiCarlo, he's the cop that found the 5 men, that pulled them over and found the 5 men inside the van. Their names were Sivan Kurzberg, S-I-V-A-N, and his brother Paul. Eron Shmuel, that's the closest I can come to pronouncing it. Oded Elner and Omar Marmari. Okay. Alright, now, I also should probably mention the only people arrested that day that in any connection with this, everyone that was arrested that day in any connection with this was Jewish. Okay. 6 hours after the attack, Scott DiCarlo, they claimed they heard about it and were looking for the best place to take photographs, because one of their quotes was, you know, of course that's a picture everyone wants on their camera, you know, that iconic picture of the Twin Towers burning down, or falling down, burning down, whatever you want to put it. That when the FBI looked through their cameras, they weren't taking somber, sad pictures like, oh no, this is a terrible thing. And the pictures, they were high-fiving. The Sivan guy was actually holding up a lighter. Come on, man. Oded Eleanor had $4,700 cash stuffed in his sock. You know, that's a lot of cash to carry around. It's not illegal, but It just looks funny that you stuff it in your sock. They lied to the police about where they'd been. They each had plane tickets to separate places around the globe. FBI confirmed 2 had ties to Jewish intelligence and came to suspect they were on a mission for Mossad. Now, all this, you go back and watch the early interviews when this first happened. I mean, even on Fox and CNN and all the bullshit news, you can tell, man, that it's all leading towards Israel except for the assholes. Oh, yeah, man. First 2 boys have emerged from the cave in Thailand. Awesome. Awesome, man. That's cool. I'm sorry, that's not really the kind of thing I cover, but I've got it on here. That's awesome. Okay. Don't know what I had just said. But at least 2 of them had ties to Mossad. FBI came to think that, oh, that's what I was saying. Go back, watch any of the news footage from as it was first breaking. Okay. There's a TV show that's, I guess, like Good Morning America, but it's called Inside Israel, and you can find this on YouTube as well. And they're interviewing 3 of them. They called them, so they were supposedly artists, Israeli art students who were, you know, traveling through America and, you know, working their way through by, it's crazy. It's all a bullshit story. I don't know it exactly. Okay, but on Inside Israel, Oded Elner said on Inside, and you can find this and listen to him say it, our purpose was to document the event. How do you document an event that no one knows is going to happen? You know, there's so many things that prove Israeli foreknowledge. Let's say that Mossad didn't do it. They knew it was coming and they didn't tell us. Israel hates us, man. Israel, hey. Okay, I'm just going to say, Israel, they don't like Western civilization because they don't like white people. Okay? Jews ain't white. Okay? There's this, oh my God, find Johnny Gat on YouTube, and he's got the guy that raps that song. I'm not white, I'm Jewish. And, you know, they don't consider themselves white. On 9/11, those guys spent 71 days under surveillance. Then they were flown home. Okay. I would have never thought of this, but I guess I'm not as clever as some. Some people think that those guys being so visible and being, you know, being seen, that they could have been a distraction for a bigger, like, as they're arresting all these guys who are obvious. I mean, hell, they had a van that had a picture of a plane flying into the Twin Towers. You know, these guys were pretty, and I never thought about it until I read that yeah, they could have been, I don't want to say patsies, because no one that was an agent of Israel that day was going to get in trouble. Okay. In the early 90s, a company came to Boeing and sold a plug-in device for the onboard flight computer system. It was called the Flight Terminator System. American Airlines referred to it as the Flight Interruption System. It was a remote control device sold by a company called SPC. Now, this, I didn't catch this clearly. I need to look it up, but it's the Sam Paul. Okay, I've got the Sam Paul Corporation, but it's the same like Paulson Corporation. The CEO was none other than Dov Zakheim. If you don't know who that is, there's some homework. D-O-V, that's how he spelled his name. Dov Zakheim. Check him out. At the time, he was also U.S. Comptroller. Let me let my cat out. Sorry. He's going to jump out if I don't let him out. Go, bud. Sorry about that. I hate to walk away. I hate to show my face, but I hate to walk away. Okay. They sold the system. They pitched it as in case. Okay, there hadn't been a hijacking since D.B. Cooper in America. Okay. But they sold the system as a way to take over the plane in the case of a hijacking, which hadn't happened since D.B. Cooper, who was kind of a hero of mine. They claimed that you know, this way they could safely down the plane, and once the plane was down, a rescue team or a Delta Force type, you know, rescue mission would liberate the passengers. Okay, if they had this system, why didn't this happen? Okay, now I'm gonna have to give a lot of credit. No, I'm giving all credit to a lady named Rebecca Roth. Have you ever heard of her? REBEKAROTH. Now, if someone knows more about her than I do, you know, let me know. You know, she seems like, he says, she seems like a white hat. She seems like she's trying to do the right thing. Anyway, she's got series. She was writing a novel, and she was a stewardess, whatever they call themselves now, forever. And she was going to write a novel, you know, and she was going to add some Middle Eastern men. And she went to look for the names of some of the hijackers because she just wanted some Middle Eastern names. She noticed, well, that's when she realized that, hell, a lot of the people who supposedly hijacked the planes weren't dead. How's that happen? Okay. Anyway, I'm going to give you some information that she can give you. You need to look her up. Those Israeli art students, they called themselves the Gelatin Group, which is kind of a weird name. And the art project was called the Bee Thing. Okay? Like, not B-E, not like a buzzing bee, like the letter B. The Bee Thing. The Gelatin Group. Now, there is a type of explosive. It's a gelatin. You probably know this better than I do. They call it jelly. It's a gelatin. There are pictures. If you watch her on the SGT report, and I will link it at least in the comments. I promise you, I'll link it. She shows these pictures of these art students, and they're in the World Trade Center, and they're in this room with box after box after box after box, thousands of boxes of these things on them that say BB-18. Well, she did the research, and they are fuse holders for remote controlled demo. It was on the 91st floor of the World Trade Center, related to traveling art students, art project called the Bee Thing, the Gelatin Group. I'm going to link that video. You should check it out. Guys, I know this isn't normally how I do a video. This was just more me giving you other people's research, but it's stuff that I think is very important. And I really suggest a lot of people, and I won't disagree, say that the SGT report is a shill. Listen to what this lady has to say, man. It's interesting. If not, I guarantee you'll learn some stuff you didn't know, if nothing else. Okay? And we will get deep. We got a long ways to go on this 9/11 thing. This was just the first installment. I hope everyone has a great day. Really do. This hopefully won't even be my last video today. You guys take care. Man, believe me, I'm not bragging because this number's low, but I was talking yesterday about we'd lost a sub and we were below 40. we, before this video started, we're at 41. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate it, man. I do. You guys, when you comment, and I don't get many likes, and that's okay. But when you guys comment or even watch, man, it truly, it makes my day, man. It makes me feel good about myself, and I have a hard time doing that. So thank you very much. You guys have I would say have a wonderful day, but I want to talk to you guys again today. So if you're watching this, subscribe. I'm not asking you to donate. I have no way to donate. I want to see if I can get good at this before I ask anyone for any money for my work, because right now it's not worth buying. Alright guys, take care. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Love y'all. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Take care.